problem? Yes. You see the problem? Yes. What kind of problems? Okay. Economic status problems. There are some families which are doing this good as compared to others. Other families are poor. What are the factors that cause those families, which you call them to be rich families? Okay, they are doing businesses, or they have blah. You explain, those are the factors. What about those people who are poor? Some people go to school, most others they don't go to school. What are the problem that makes those people who don't go to school not to go to school? There are any marriages. All those things we're talking about, they relate to social work. Now, when you come to practical based profession, you are a professional. How are you going to deal with those problems? Any marriages, how are you going to deal with them? So the moment you bring solutions to those problems, your methods of bringing interventions to those challenges must be evidence-based. This problem appeared in 1852 to a group of people who were working in the gold mines, where in Germany. How did they go about deal with it? Oh, according to the ideas of Adam Brown, a social worker, in his book or her book, she brought the methods on how to intervene in such kind of problem. Okay, you pull from those evidence. If Adam used these problems, these methods in trying to deal with problems, today, here, we can use the very same methods or interventions to solve out this problem which we are facing today. That's social evidence-based. Lilumbo, ujifuto hili, uina machilida ashirika. Ndipo, njilemena katumikira, hata research project. Ndipo you also stress, we can use the very same method. We've borrowed from somebody's ideas. Can you see how evidence-based is coming in? The word evidence, for those of you who understand teaching, what does it mean, evidence? When you have evidence, the problem will not take you ages to deal with. Now in social work, you have problems. How can you deal with these problems? Okay, we can deal with these problems within a very short period of time because we have the evidence. Like, sometimes back the very same problem we are facing today, it was dealt with instantly. So bring that evidence so that we should deal with this problem instantly. So that's why they're calling it evidence-based. You can't deal, take note of this, you can't deal with any problem which is related to social without bringing evidence. Any problem or any intervention in social work, you may require to bring evidence when you want to deal with that particular problem. No one, this is evidence-based. Your basis, your foundation must be one. The moment you bring evidence, you deal with that particular problem. So this is what we are talking about. And the intervention which is going to be brought will be based on theories. That's why in Unit 1 they are saying thinking theoretically. You as a social worker, every time you want to deal with a problem, you are supposed to think. How are you going to think? Like theoretically. And the theory I'm saying theory, these are ideas. The problem is there. I may give you a very good example of what actually medical doctors do. This is a queue of patients. You want to come and meet with me as a medical practitioner. I'm a doctor. Okay, now, I will some use a bell. It's your turn to come. You come. You sit with me. How are you? I'm good. I have a pen. How can I help? You start explaining. I'm probing. I want to hear your condition. When did it start? What did you do? So in the course of progress, I'm thinking what? I want to help this patient. I'm thinking theoretical. You start explaining, right, whatever I'm recording from the previous case. Then finally I put my recommendations before I give you medication. I was going through with you just to find out, to hear from you as a patient. You'll be explaining to me. Then I write what before I give you the treatment. From there, you go and meet somebody else. Whether you go to X-ray, to the theater, wherever, it depends on what the doctor, according to his expertise or her expertise, has identified in you. I was thinking theoretically when going through with your program. So on thinking theoretically is talking about, listen to this. When you're thinking theoretically, there are three pillars. There are three pillars. If you want to come up with evidence, there are three pillars which they normally use when you want to come up with the intervention to a problem. The first pillar is known as empirical evidence. Empirical evidence. Listen carefully. A patient was coming to me as a doctor, as a practitioner, as a social worker. By the way, you know those people who work in the hospital, they are social workers. Yeah. So I'm a social worker. I'm a social worker. So I want to deal with a problem which this patient is having. I'll say we are looking at the three pillars of evidence-based. Pillar number one is empirical evidence. The word empirical, what is the dictionary? Can you check the meaning of the word empirical? I want others to get from that one. Empirical. Based on explanation, based on experience. Verified by observation. What was the doctor doing here? I was doing what? Observing the situation. I was observing the situation. Those people who do research, when are you starting your research? Fourth year. You do this empirical. Any data which you're going to collect will be based on empirical. And that one will be tested. When you go into that class which has to do with the writing of the dissertation, you find this with empirical hypothesis, data, and so on and so on. So empirical Pillar number one, empirical evidence. This is evidence-based practice which examines and uses a best practices approach in determining and choosing the type of intervention suitable for a particular what? Social ill. There is a social ill. There is a problem. Social ill is a problem. Now, where there is a problem, you want to intervene. You are supposed to bring a solution to that social ill. So, in trying to do that, you need to observe a patient or those patients cured. They were queuing to come to me as a medical doctor to observe the social ill in them. What will be the problem? How did it start? When? What did you do when you were experiencing ABC? So I was observing before I bring the intervention. Pillar number one. You as a social worker, definitely, you'll be meeting people with different problems. Some of them, their marriage collapsed. What happened for your marriage to collapse? So what did you do? I thought of also having a spare will. Then you have checked me. So all those things, what are you going to do? Before you bring a solution, you start probing. You probe. The woman also probed a guy before you come up with a solution. All those things, you as social workers, you're going to find them. By the way, have you done guidance and counseling? This you're supposed to have this one. When I forgive but the social, you can't do social work minus guidance and counseling.
No, we have to.
You have. Yes. So pillar number one is that one.
So in general, it's the one that uses stand observation, situation.
Before you come up with it. Number two, you cure or you come to me as a doctor, you have to trust that we are going to meet a person who has knowledge of what I'm going through. You can't go to somebody who doesn't have any knowledge about what you're going through. So pillar number two is what? Technical know-how. We're supposed to have a technical know-how. A doctor. We are looking at the evidence-based pillars. Ziliumbo ndani mpya hizo nikana ina maana. So technical know-how. Pillar number two of evidence-based. Technical know-how, that's practice. Technical know-how refers to the level of what? Of knowledge and skills of the service provider. Who is the service provider? Who is providing the service?
The doctor.
A doctor to who?
To the patient.
To service user. The patient. Who is the patient? Who is also a client? Where did you go to find a solution to your problem? I went to Dr. Go. Yeah. He's a good and renowned doctor. He has a technical know-how. evidence-based. The very same problem you're facing today, my uncle was going through the very same problem. And he went to Dr. Paul. It's evidence-based. He has the technical know-how. Pillar number 3. On evidence-based. Service use. Service use, user, value. A doctor, any doctor is supposed to value whatever the patient values. A patient has his own or our values. If you are a professional, you must respect somebody's values. In fact, let us hear what they are saying on this one. Circumstances. Successful intervention. The main idea is for you as a doctor or a service provider, for your work to be successful, you should also look into this issue. That is to say, what are you supposed to do? Successful intervention is based, measured from a service user perspective. By the end of helping, the moment you've helped a patient or a service receiver, that service receiver, the moment you'll be going back home, you should say, oh yes, I went to somebody who knows the work, what is supposed to be done. You should satisfy him or her. You should be satisfied. The client or the patient. By the time we'll be going back home, he or she should be satisfied that indeed I went to a professional. That's what they're saying, they're talking about. The satisfaction of a service user is good benchmark for being best practice. That's the benchmark. So those are the 3 pillars of evidence-based social work. The first one I've said is what? Empirical evidence. Number 2, technical knowledge. Number 3, value. Those 3 are the pillars of evidence-based social work. Now, I want us to look at the steps which can be followed when you are practicing or you want to achieve evidence-based. There are some steps which must be followed. Here, what I'm trying to say is you want to know much about evidence-based. You want to dig more. I may also give you a very good example of patients who are staying in the community or people who have problems. Either them or their relatives have problems. Now, when you have a problem, definitely if you are looking for a solution or intervention, you start looking, or you want to hear more about where you can get the real treatment. You start asking people. That's evidence-based. Now the doctors or the service providers who have been approved by people, who have been recommended by others, those people follow steps when they are with their patient or with their client. You've come to me because I've been recommended by others. You have the information about me from others. You got the information from other people about me, that I'm one of the best service providers. Why am I one of the best providers? I'm one of the best providers because when I'm in my office, I follow the right steps which are supposed to be followed when it comes to evidence-based. Which steps are these which I do follow as a doctor? And which steps they have made me to be recognized by many? These are the steps which I follow. For me to be known as one of the best people who follow evidence-based practice. One of them, do you know what did I do when you came into my office? What did I do? I started doing what? Now, these steps are known as 5 A's in evidence-based. There are 5 A's. 5 A's in evidence-based. One is that I simply because I do follow these steps in evidence. Whosoever follows these steps in evidence-based, when he's trying to bring a solution to a social will, to a particular social will follow the following 5 A's. The first one, what I need to have. Go to note. There's what? Ask. A number 1. But my 5A. My 5A. A where the step number 1. There is ask. What did I do to her when she entered my office? I asked her. So ask. This step helps to identify actual causes of a problem. I was asking her. In trying to ask her, I wanted to identify the cause of the problem. At this point, the service provider, any doctor, tries to do what? To identify the real triggers, the real causes of the problem. You may call this diagnosis. This one, in short, the doctor or the service provider is trying to diagnose. What I'm doing here is diagnosis. First aid has to do with diagnosis. I want to find out what would be the triggers or the causes of the problem or the social ill. Number 2 is talking about what? Acquire. Through use of knowledge. Who has the knowledge? To acquire. A synonym for acquire. Acquire is what? Get. Knowledge. Who gets the knowledge? Service provider. You never have the knowledge. Acquire. So through use of knowledge, I will use the knowledge and skills the service provider in it identifies best practice when photos they have. Then I've known the problem which this patient is going through, is having. Then with the knowledge I have, the skills I have, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to apply the very same skills which I have to deal with the heart problem. I don't know if you're following me. Please don't just let me keep on going for my way to push you. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
My dear, do you get me what I'm saying? Or I'm too fast? Okay. Who doesn't get me? I can pause and then let us move together.
The first step, you said you asked so that you should know the causes.
The first one.
Yes.
Yes.
The second one.
The second one, acquire. To acquire means to get. To most of this to get. Who gets? In the end. What do I acquire? Acquire knowledge and skills on how to deal with the problem she encounters or she's facing. The service provider acquires the knowledge and skills. The third A. The third A is appraise. The third A is appraise. To appraise simply means what? Cross-check. Cross-check. Validity, credibility, relevance, and applicability of the what? The presumed solution. Through the interview that I made with my patient, I presume the guarantee. I suppose this patient is suffering from maybe malaria. I presume the friends would have covered it. So appraise, that's cross-check. I would need to cross-check the validity. Is it valid? Is it credible? If the intervention which I'm going to use in order to get rid of whatever the patient is telling me, should I use this one? That's appraise. Presumed solution to problem. Is it best practice? Doctor just said, is this or is it the best practice? Is it supported by empirical evidence? Because definitely the doctor is going to dwell much on empirical evidence. This is what they do. Is this the best preference for the service use? So that's appraised. And finally, if it gets a note to say yes, this is the right intervention, you go for what? Apply. Now I can apply. I'm 100% sure that this problem can be dealt with this, using this intervention. And finally, it's going to apply. Apply. Use the evidence to address social ills at individual or societal levels. And finally, I've given you the medication, you go back home. So I'll tell you, after 14 days, could you please do what? Come to what? To check. That's assessment. Do you follow me? That's assessment. All these processes, you as social workers, you're going to be doing these things. You social workers or community development officers, you are going to be doing these things. So, was it from community? What did they you went to the You didn't have enough time to sit down with your client to cross-check whatever the science and so on and so forth is shown to you. Sit down, have your time, apply whatever the theories you were taught in class. You also got through reading books. By the way, you guys, you've chosen a very good course. I want to tell you. And if the money that you know 40 next year, please, the president, you pass in my ink. So you go to come. Master, course, you have to go meet. You go for master. Master should be. I'm telling you right. You know what? My boss all the men of Bangalore. Akupanga pangantu. The best course is to do with your people. The best course is the course which you deal with your people. Hii ni mafunding ya mbili mbelekete. Bachelor vyako you've done here in Malawi. Don't do your masters here in Malawi. Unless you are crazy. Honestly. Which program are you doing? Social. You want to go for masters in social. Go outside. There are plenty of them. With the scholarship. Community development. And you know something about because you know you're going to specialize. Social work in what? Can have a family problems. You'll be dealing with so you specialize for that one. You become a therapist in that area. No, sometimes you need to come back on the internet. Keep on looking, you agree, you come back to the internet. Start, you're right. I'm telling you this. And I know what I'm talking about. I came to realize when I was doing my school that Malawians are very bad people. Kujiona selfishness. Umafuna uyoka kunzira. Uyazikula mbele kumambi anakunzira. Invite others. I was shocked. When I was doing my school, Malawians were only three, and the other one, those two, I don't know the other one, how did she get that opportunity? But the other one, he got it through a friend of mine. I didn't know he was taking that opportunity because I had a cousin of mine who was doing, she did her master's, she's teaching at Chancellor College. She did her master's program at Chancellor College at the University of Oslo. She did her PhD at the University of Oslo. During the time she was doing her PhD, that's when she got that opportunity. She extended that opportunity to me as a relative. Whilst we were sharing, this gentleman came, saw us sharing this note. What are you doing, you people here? So I said, you've just come, you've just arrived from America, you've done the masters. No, I have a friend. So I extended that friend. And he took that one, the friend was his. He applied, I applied. I went, we in the same class. He went. So I was very surprised once I was there. I'm allowed to do check about as possible. People from Tanzania, from all over the world. So you deal with you don't take us as a what you make a friend, very best friend of yours. Somebody has brought a concept, business concept. They are sharing it. You call him, you call her your friend, best friend, but you're hiding something from her. Which doesn't know where you are one of this. So let us love one another. Sharing whatever God has given us. So that is that. I don't know if you have any question on Unit 1. You have any question? On Unit 2, that's go read on your, because on that one is talking about concept, but definition, some things which you're supposed to know in line with our program. Because with me, you know you have to follow. The sophomores, read those terminologies. He's talking about theology, theory, what theory, read hypothesis, know it. On unit 2, no need for me to go. You have notes there, understand them. In our next class, I don't know how many minutes have we remained with? 5. So read unit 2. The moment you read unit 2, and then when we meet next week, we'll go to module number 2. Now we are going in depth. There's a problem. We've known the theory. So now we'll be looking at practical. We're going to do practical things. That's why if you go to module 2, they're talking about personal-centered approach. Then we are going with personal-centered approach. Personal-centered. Personal-centered approach. Approach, that's intervention. Person-centered intervention. In teaching, those teachers who have gone to colleges, as has gone to, who have gone through the back door. I'm talking about a teacher who once went into a classroom just like this to teach you education. When that teacher comes out of the college or university or teaching, he goes into a school, into the field to start practicing. There are methods which they do recommend. A teacher previously was supposed to follow one of the methods is known as teacher-centered approach. What is teacher-centered approach? Teacher-centered approach is the one which I'm making now. A lot of talking is being done by who? The teacher. Church. I've never entered into the mosque, but I will talk about the church. Much of the talking is done by who? The priest. You probably make you laugh or call you to intervene or to come into his preaching by asking you, hallelujah, amen. That's when you talk. But much of the talking, even if he's lying to you can't know he's lying. Because you have to, even if you know he's lying, you just keep it by yourself to say, Pastor. You can't say, hey, Abu, hey, get out. So much of the talking is being done by the teacher. So there is a danger in that kind of method of teaching. Because in a classroom, just like this one, some learners are slow learners, whilst others are very intelligent, whilst they are medium, well, etc. type of learners. Even if probably you pose the question, she knows the question, but can you stand up and give us an answer? That's very dangerous in teaching, in the process of teaching and learning. What is the best method? The best method now, they call it learner-centered approach. Learner, which was the person-centered approach. On this one, you introduce a topic, photosynthesis. How can photosynthesis be identified? Then you take some notes. You put these students or learners in groups. You put them 5. Much of the work is going to be done by who? You just cross-check. You're going to be taking some notes, short notes. Then they choose the leader or they'll choose amongst themselves. It's not you, but them. And by the time they are taking short notes, each and everyone amongst that group or from that group will contribute to the discussion. So which means she has participated. And should never forget whatever she has contributed to the group. That you talking, to keep that thing in the mind is very difficult. But if she has contributed to the group, it's a point, she'll never forget it. Now here, person-centered again, there's a problem. You're bringing elements makandarasi ashimwe ni masuka shamba na kabisa mafuta kabisa. After having helped that one, much of the work not to go back to the previous situation. The same work will be done by who? Hiyo ni wani utisababisha bisa kwa sababu ya kubeka. So please don't think that approach. So we'll see that one when we go along. I've talked a lot. I don't know if you have any question you can ask me. If you have any question you can ask me. If you don't have, you will say Amen.